Hello everyone, in today's video we will be looking at Cobb Vanth Mandalorian armor from The Mandalorian from the Vintage collection. So there's the back there, just a bit of info about the character and the VC number. Bit of a smudge there, I think. Not sure what that is. Maybe some sort of ink. And then, yeah, the front here. Now this is, I believe, this is instead of the cardboard boxes that we've been getting. We're back to the bubble for deluxe figures. So as you can see there, he's laid out with all these accessories. Again, there's always that debate whether it warrants deluxe or not, because it's sort of things that years ago you would just get anyway. You know, you've got the figure there, you've got the helmet, which obviously is going to come with the helmet, a gun. I guess you get two guns. Then the jetpack is kind of split up into several pieces. So you're not getting anything mind-blowing there, but it is looking like a good figure. You know, I'm glad we've got all those accessories, so I'll take it. I've been looking forward to this figure for a while. I quite like the character. It's been a long while, actually, that I've sort of been waiting for him to come to the Vintage collection. So I'm glad we have him. So yeah, that's just the case there. Obviously bigger than the standard card backs that we get. I think it's maybe like about an inch or so wider, so you can fit the image and display all of the accessories there. So yeah, we'll go ahead, open this up and take a closer look. Okay, so here we have the figure and it's looking pretty good. We'll start at the top, work our way down. So that face sculpt is pretty damn good. You've got the, you know, his sort of cool looking haircut that he has, the beard there. I think the likeness is pretty good to the actor who plays him. A very good actor, by the way. He's been in quite a lot of great things over the years. So I was pleased when he showed up in the show, and I'm glad we finally got a figure of him here. So yeah, there's the armor there, all sort of battered and worn from over the years, and that shoulder there. And then I think there's more weathering on the gauntlets here, which is nice. Good articulation as well, I believe. He's a bit stiff there, but he does turn. Got the holster there. It's nice to have a decent holster. It's kind of a gripe of mine that I have with a lot of these figures that we get, is the holsters are not very good, but that is good. And then come down here, the rocker ankles. So yeah. Something I am noticing on the back there, it's looking a bit plain there. That's more like the colour it is after he's painted the armour, after Boba Fett, of course, has painted his armour again, as opposed to that. But then I suppose it's around the back. That's usually the case around the back, is there's not as much detail, and there's obviously going to be a jetpack that goes on there. So there's the helmet there. Again, this great paintwork continues. It's all within the lines and it's all looking pretty good. All worn, weathered again, sort of around the back there. A little bit basic compared to the front, but it's looking pretty good. The rangefinder doesn't move, which is odd, because I'm pretty sure it does on just about every Mando figure we get these days. The rangefinder moves, but it's not on this one. So that's interesting. There you go. Here's the jetpack, with obviously that across there from previous damage. Holes in the bottom there for the flame effects, hole in the top there for the rocket. Yeah, nice colours on that. Looks good. And then of course we have the little rocket here. I guess we just place it on the top like that. Looks pretty good. You get these two flame effects that we've seen before, which is always nice to have. And then his rifle, which looks pretty cool. It's all one colour, but there's a little bit of detail on there, which is nice. And the pistol as well. Same again, all sort of that gunmetal kind of colour, but it's got detail on there, which is good. So I'm a fan of the swappable heads instead of the helmets. you know, putting the helmet over, and then you get these big sort of bobbleheads. I mean, some of them have been okay, some of them haven't. That's quite loose on there. Okay, that comes off as well, which is nice. Actually, looking at it, I wasn't sure if this was going to be a thing, but is that, yeah, that's loose on there. Okay, so it's looking like, yeah, there we go. That comes off as well. So we've got a bit sidetracked, so we're going to look at the helmet, but that comes off there like that. So you could have him, this head, one thing I will say is it's quite stiff to get on and off. So you can have him like that, which is kind of how he looks after he's given up the armor, when he's wandering around, apart from that, but I don't see any way of that coming off. It's a shame it doesn't pop out there. You never know, they could have put that in the bubble and marketed that as an extra accessory as well. But that doesn't seem to come off there, so you're kind of stuck with that, but I think it looks pretty cool still. Yeah, it's looking like that as well now I'm looking. Yeah, the I won't take it off, but it does, well, it is coming off. The little knee pad, I guess, with the knee rockets, basically. So yeah, it's sort of like two figures in one in a way, because you get him after he's given up the armor, and you get all these pieces here, you know, to put him with the armor on. Yeah, that's sort of all the accessories really. We'll get him all set up in various different poses now and talk a bit more about him. Okay, so some final thoughts on this figure. It's another solid one for me. The likeness on the face to begin with is pretty spot on. I think it looks like the character it's meant to be. The articulation is all great there as well. The accessories are all on point and the paintwork is great. So it's just an all-round great figure. I don't think there's really any sort of gripes about this figure. The paintwork for me was all great. The accessories are decent again. There is the debate of, you know, whether this warrants the extra price or not, because it is a bit of a jump on this figure to what they normally go for. But you know, I'm happy to sort of, well, I don't know if I'm happy, but I will pay it for this one because I like the character. I like the actor who plays him, and I've wanted him for a while. I think Black Series had him quite some time ago, and it's been years since he showed up, especially in this outfit in the show. It's been a few years now, so it's been a long time coming, and yeah, he's pretty great. He doesn't disappoint. All the accessories, like I said, are pretty great. The paintwork for me is a highlight, I think, on the armor. It looks great. The fact that you can take it off again is another bonus. So yeah, that's really good. The articulation is particularly good because this is like quite a skinny figure, and I find the ones with skinnier, especially the arms, you get more sort of range of motion with them, so that's good. Maybe, I don't really know, it's not really a gripe, but there's not a lot of room to move when he has his scarf on, but that's to be expected. You could always take that off, I guess. That's not really an issue. Yeah, like all the removable parts, there's not really a lot else to say other than this is a great figure, and it'll look good with all the other Mandalorian characters, you know, from the show. Okay, so I think we'll leave it there, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, all of that. Let me know if you have this figure, what your thoughts on it are. I'm always happy to read people's comments and get other people's opinions and engage with people. So yeah, leave that below, and I will see you in the next video.